Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Lecture number 32, and it is about concept of grading and need and importance of grading. It's the topic in outline. It's the first topic 7.1 from chapter number 7, that is concept of grading, need and its importance. This is introduction of the topic. Grading is the primary means by which the results of assessment are summarized and communicated. Grading should not be an afterthought, it should be treated as an integral part of the instructional process. Grades are one tools that schools use when reporting to parents. If instructional objectives have been clearly defined in performance terms and evaluation procedures have been effectively applied, the task of reporting student progress will be greatly simplified. It is still a rather perplexing one, however, as the evaluative data usually must be summarized into a single letter, grade, or at best a very brief report form. The process is a highly subjective one, for which there are relatively few helpful guidelines. For that purpose, every educational system have some grading and reporting system, and these grading and reporting systems are best utilized for the information and for the summarized form of communication between the family and between the student, between the administrators and between the students, for the teachers, for the counselors, and for the future policy makers. What is basically aim of grading and reporting system? It to provide results in brief, understandable form for various users. What are those various users? Those are the parents, those are administrators, those are counselors, those are mentors, and those are the people related to the students, and students themselves are also part of the users. What should I count? Just achievement or effort to? How do I interpret a student score? Do I compare it to other student score, norm reference, a standard of what they can do, criterion reference, some estimate of what they are able to do, learning potential or self-reference? What should my distribution of grades be and how do I determine it? How do I display student progress of strengths or weaknesses to students and their parents? These are all questions which always gathered in a teacher's mind, and he always tried to think about these things. So there are some purposes of the grading. What are the basic purposes of the grading? Grading provide data for parents on their child's progress. Grading certify promotional status and graduation. Grading and reporting serve as an incentive to do school lesson. Grading and reporting help in educational and vocational guidance by presenting a realistic basis for future choices. Grading and reporting serve as a reference point for personal development. Grading and reporting provide basis for rewarding honors. Grading and reporting enable the school to ascertain the amount of extracurricular activities, if any, in which the student should perform. Grading and reporting may be used as a source of communication to prospective employments. Grading and reporting information for curriculum researcher. It provides data to a school that the student may later attend through transfer or their graduations. What is educational assessment or educational evaluation? Measurement and assessment of learning. These are first two steps. When we start testing, we actually want to measure the student performance and we want to have some qualitative and quantitative assessment of his learning. Then when we will come towards grading and reporting, this is two terminal stage in the process. Basically it's the second stage. First one is measurement and assessment, and that all procedure which we already read about those all in our first 30 lectures. And now we are coming towards our second terminal stage, that is grading and reporting. This is basically depends on the performance and on the outcomes of the students. Now, what are the functions of grading and reporting? Before starting functions of grading or and reporting, I need to tell you something. When the aspects of achievement, test, written reports, performance rating to be included in a letter grade or an emphasis to be given to each aspect have been decided, on next step in a combine the various elements so that every element receives its intended weight. If we decide that the fin examination should count 40%, the midterm 30%, laboratory performance 20%, and written reports 10%, we will want all course grades to reflect their emphasis. A typical procedure is to combine the elements into a composite score by assigning appropriate weight to each element and then uses these composite scores as basis for the grading. Now, what are the basic purposes of the grading? First of all, enhancing students' learning. It clarifies instructional objective for them, showing student strength and weakness, providing information on personal social development, enhancing student motivation short-term goal, indicating where teaching might be modified. This can be achieved through day-to-day test feedback, integrated periods and tests. बार बार पीछे पीछे भी मैं बार बार सबसे ज़्यादा फोकस इस बात पे करती आई हूँ कि आपकी जो लर्निंग आउटकम्स होती हैं वो हमारे ऑब्जेक्टिव्स के ऊपर बेस करती हैं. अगर हम ग्रेडिंग और रिपोर्टिंग सिस्टम को मंथली या वीकली बेसिस पे करते रहें और स्टूडेंट की परफॉर्मेंस को जज करते रहें तो हमें स्टूडेंट्स की वैल्यू, वर्थ, स्ट्रेंथ, वीकनेस हर चीज़ का अंदाज़ा होता है कि वेयर एक्चुअली दे आर स्टैंडिंग, हमें और कितने पोटेंशियल स्टूडेंट की ज़रूरत है. और जिस स्टूडेंट ने ये पोटेंशनली ये चीज़ें गलत की हैं या उसके अंदर पोटेंशियल तो मौजूद है बट दे डोंट वांट टू गिव अस द गुड फीडबैक और देयर बेस्ट, सो फॉर दैट हम उनको किस तरह रेमेडी प्रोवाइड करते हैं फॉर द मोटिवेशन ऑफ द स्टूडेंट, फॉर द रिकवरी ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स एंड फॉर द डे टू डे टीचर्स ओन परफॉर्मेंस चेकिंग. हम लोग डेली बेसिस पे अगर बच्चों के टेस्ट लें और उससे अपनी ग्रेडिंग और रिपोर्टिंग का अंदाज़ा लगाएं तो हमें इस बात का पता चलता है कि कमी कोताही कहाँ है और उन कमियों को दूर करके अपनी बेस्ट परफॉर्मेंस टीचर और स्टूडेंट इम्प्रूव करते हैं और कोशिश करते हैं कि स्टूडेंट की लर्निंग जो है वो बेहतर हो. रिपोर्ट्स टू पेरेंट्स एंड गार्डियंस. सेकेंडली, जितनी भी रिपोर्ट्स होती हैं वो पेरेंट्स और गार्डियंस के पास तो जाना ही होती हैं. ये इसका सबसे बड़ा पर्पस होता है कि आप जब ग्रेडिंग और रिपोर्टिंग सिस्टम को इंट्रोड्यूस कराते हैं तो ग्रेडिंग और मार्किंग का सबसे ज़्यादा फ़ायदा ये होता है कि आप पेरेंट्स को किसी ना किसी तरह इस चीज़ के बारे में बता सकते हैं कि जो आपने ग्रेड्स लिए हैं या बच्चे ने जो रिपोर्ट्स लिए हैं वो क्या हैं. The main reason for reporting to student and parents is to facilitate the student learning and development. So there are the report should have clarity the school program's objective, indicate the student's strength and the weakness in learning. It can promote greater understanding of the student's personal social problem and development, contribute to the student's motivation. From the standpoint of student learning, most of the functions probably best served by the day-to-day evaluation and feedback during instruction. However, there is also a need for a periodic summary of progress. Students find it difficult to integrate test scores, ratings, and other evaluation system and results into an overall appraisal of their success in attaining school objectives. And so the part progress report supplies this summary appraisal. In addition, it gives people a general picture of how they are doing. Such reports are also given the basis for checking and adequacy of their own self estimate of learning progress. The desirability of using school marks and progress report for motivational purposes is often questioned. As with other evaluation procedures, it seems to depend largely on how they are used. If a bad report is held out as a threat to stimulate students to work harder, the consequences are apt to the undesirable. However, when the reports are motivational values and properly applied tests do in that they provide short-term goals and knowledge of results. Then administrative and guidance uses. Reporting and grading helps to decide promotion, graduation, honor, athletic eligibility, and these reports achievement to other schools or to employer, provide input for realistic educational, vocational, personal counseling. Marks and progress reports serve a number of administrative functions. They are used for determining promotion and graduation, awarding honors, determining athletic eligibility, and reporting to other school and prospective employers. For most administrative purposes, a single letter grade is preferable, largely because such marks are compact and can easily recorded and reversed. With the increased use of machines for routine clerical work, this average will probably become even more important in the future. There is little doubt that the convenience of the single mark is administrative work has been a major factor in relating and retarding the development of more comprehensive and useful progress reports. This need not to be the case, however, when a new reporting system is developed. It is possible to use letter grades for administrative purposes and supplement them with the type of information needed by students, parents, teachers, and counselors. At the high and school level, the attention of letter grades is almost mandatory because most college admission officers insist on them. Then there are grades and report cards. Should promote and enhance learning rather than frustrate or discourage the students. Given to students and parents are asked to sign this, जाहिर है वो तो हमें मिलती ही है प्रिंसिपल की तरफ से या स्कूल की तरफ से कि अपने पेरेंट्स से साइन करवा के लेके आए, सो उनको भी एक चेक हो जाए कि पेरेंट्स देख सकें कि हमने अपनी रिपोर्ट्स में क्या किया है. Call for parent-teacher conference such that report cards will effectively function as motivation for further learning. Now these are some guidelines for effective grading. Describe grading procedure to student at the beginning of instruction. सबसे पहले instruction के start में बच्चों को grading system के बारे में instructions दें. Clarify that course grade will be based on achievement only. Explain how other factors, effort, work, habit, एक्सप्लेन हाउ अदर फैक्टर्स एफर्ट वर्क हैबिट एक्सेट्रा विल बी रिपोर्टेड. और अगर आप ये चीज़ बच्चों को एक्सप्लेन करेंगे तो वो अपनी एफर्ट वर्क हैबिट से आपको इम्प्रेस करने की कोशिश करेंगे, उसके लिए वर्क हार्ड करेंगे ताकि वो उन फैक्टर्स को कंप्लीट कर सकें जिनके भी हाफ पे आपने उन्हें ग्रेडिंग या रिपोर्ट्स उनकी बनानी है. रिलेट ग्रेडिंग प्रोसीजर्स टू इंटेंडेड लर्निंग आउटकम्स. obtain valid evidence test etc for assigning the grades. Try to prevent cheating. Return and review all the test results as soon as possible. Properly weigh the various type of achievements included in the grade. Do not lower your grades for tardiness and weak effort to or misbehavior. Be fair, avoid bias. When is doubt, review the evidence. If still in doubt, give the higher grades. The development of the marking and reporting system should be guided by the functions to be served, and the marking and reporting system should be developed cooperatively by parents, public, and school personnel. The marking and reporting system should be based on a clear statement of educational objectives. The marking and reporting system should be based on adequate evaluation. The marking and reporting system should be detailed enough to be diagnostic and compact enough to be practical. The marking and reporting system should provide for parents, teachers. These are the references for the this topic, and kindly try to check these references. You will get some more idea from these references. Now this is the end. If you have any questions, please ask me on my YouTube channel. You can ask me anything through my email too. Thank you very much.